What up, everybody? This is Jason, Zombie Collector. I'm going to bring it back old school today. I felt, what's the word I'm looking for? Moved to do this. I pretty much have removed myself from the YouTube sports card community for a variety of reasons. I don't really collect sports cards all that much anymore. But I had heard some rumblings, as most people do around this time, that the Hall of Famers don't participate anymore and contribute. They don't recommend or support channels. They don't do YouTube videos anymore. And, so I was like, you know what? Maybe that's true. I don't watch anybody, so I'm the problem, right? But I heard that. I watched that. So I thought, you know what? I could do a few-minute video, putting a couple of channels over, and do my part as a YouTube Hall of Famer. The one that is the most polarizing in the Hall of Fame. I'm like the Pete Rose of the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And so with that, hot heat, that magma type level of heat, I'm going to bring to this video. In the years past, I would try to do something witty or funny or ironic or moronic. But this time, I'm just going to just shoot straight, pew, and just put over a couple channels and individuals that I like to watch. Most of these are pretty standard stuff, but a lot of them have been around forever who deserve to be in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, since that's still a thing. And I think, is it Jake, the Ticket Leprechaun, or Legends Never Die? He's doing it now. He's a good guy. Everybody puts Jake over as a good guy, so Jake, you're a good guy in my book. If Bob Lewis says you're a good guy, you're a good guy. So I will go off of what Bob tells me, because, WWBD, what would Bob do? So with that being said, let's get to it, because no one's here to see this pretty face. First up is Troy Rudder, TTM autograph. The dude's been around since, I don't even know, before they made wheels, before Jesus was a baby, when there were still dinosaurs. He is known for his music videos, but most importantly, he is known for his TTM autograph collecting. The guy is amazing. He's a stand-up guy. Not only is he a friend, because this isn't all about nepotism, because quite a few of these channels, I don't know these people at all. But TTM Autograph Troy should be there because he is one of the OGs. So for sure. Next up, Henry S. Straight out of your mama's Oregon or Oregon. But Henry S. also been around forever. Henry S. is one of the few guys that's been with me since the beginning almost. Still comments on my videos to this day. Always some quip, always something funny, always something insightful. Henry S. is a cornucopia. I use that word a lot with Henry. Of information on his channel. He does everything from stamps to postcards to non-sports to sports to antique and flea markets, yard sales, Goodwill. And he does it all. But it's all in and around mostly cards and autographs as well. So Henry S. for sure. Next up, my brother from my Japanese mother, Tony JP Wisco. I think it's JP Wisco Baseball Cards is the entire name, but he definitely should be there. He's one of my good guy buddies from back in the day. We don't really talk as much anymore because I've kind of moved on from sports cards and baseball cards in general. But he's definitely a great guy. He's still doing his thing in the land of the rising sun. So, ganbatte kudasai, Tony-san. I hope you win for sure. He is Ichiban. So that's for you, Tony. So yes, JP Wisco. Next up, in the same vein, we got Prestige Collectibles, Japanese baseball cards. He's been around also for a long time. Another guy who specializes in Japanese cards exclusively, but is also cool because he brings over the Japanese knowledge, the Japanese, baseball, Japanese wrestling, things of that sort, into the American hemisphere, sphere. He, kind of dabbles in both, with modern day stuff a little bit, kind of, sort of, but mostly it's like vintage Japanese baseball cards up to probably about the 90s, maybe into the early 2000s with some of the guys and cards and things, but his is a channel for historians. If you like history of the game, you like to learn about the history of Japanese baseball, the players that are coming from Japan to America, the ones that have been there in the past, Prestige Collectibles is for you. So definitely check him out. You will not be disappointed. This is one's outside the box a bit, but I did check everybody. Everybody's either not in and slash they've been on for 3 years. I think that's the 2 requirements. So I think I've met those requirements. Next up is Kurt Curtis. That's Kurtcurtis. He mostly does wrestling, but wrestling is a sport. It's sports entertainment. I'm going to consider it a sport, but if we disagree with that, if you go back to his channel back 3, 4, 5 years ago, he was doing sports cards. But I believe we would consider wrestling a sports entertainment, and his channel is great, very informative. I don't have a lot to say. This is a guy I watch, I do like. He's a very positive guy. He does pickup videos, he does box breaks, pack breaks. Great guy. Next up, talking about great guys, it's kind of the same vein. He'll do some box pack breaks, autographs. Scott Spalding, been around forever. Another guy who's like, he will comment on all my videos no matter what. I've never met Scott before, but he's a stand-up guy. He's a guy I'd have a grape juice with in a bar, for sure. Wonderful guy, great family guy, but not the family guy. He's not Peter Griffin, but great family guy, sports guy, horror movie guy, autograph guy, toy guy. Scott Spalding, check the guy out. This is the one I think you didn't make this. I don't think you're in the YouTube Hall of Fame, but you should be, and that's Victor Negron Cards. Again, if you're an old timer like me, you already know Victor. Yeah, it's none of that is surprising. Obviously, Victor's been around forever. Him and I talk on a regular basis, not all the time, but a couple times a month we'll reach out to each other back and forth a bit. Great guy, wonderful guy, Puerto Rican collector, mostly football, baseball, basketball. He dabbles in wrestling a bit from here to there. But he's always been a good friend of mine, and somebody I can call up and be like, hey, do you want to do a live video? He's like, you know what? Yeah, let's go live. Even if it's just about nonsense. Next up is Hidden Jim, all the way from now Texas. But Hidden Jim's been around forever, a good guy. Always been a good supporter of mine, a good friend. I got to hang out with him before. He came up and visited me all the way from Miami, Florida back in the day. Hidden Jim, he just keeps doing his thing. I don't know if he's really that much involved in the community anymore, but he's still making videos pretty consistently, and just such a great guy. I highly recommend Hidden Jim. He's more of a box break, pack breaker. He'll show like pickups and lots and things, but I would definitely recommend him. Next up, I would say Vintage Cards Steve. Another great guy. He does videos all the time. A lot of people know who he is. He's a commenter. He's like the king of commenters. So he's like a Henry S. Like he's commented almost like every video of mine. I see him pop up in everybody else's video making comments. The dude does not get enough love. Now, I don't make as many comments on his videos because, again, it's sports cards, but I do watch his videos still from time to time. But Vintage Cards Steve gets my vote. And the last one, I think, if this is 10, is Breakout Cards. I think the kid's name's Ryan. He's been doing it for 3 years. I think he's kind of moved on to non-sports in the last year-ish. But they still pop up on his videos from time to time because he's a vintage non-sports card collector. A lot of those non-sports card sets have baseball players, boxers, wrestlers, golfers, all in those card sets. And if you need him to have sports cards, then the previous years he had all kinds of all sports cards in there. So that has to be a requirement. Go back to a year or so. Let me turn this off. Sorry, it went off there on me. And if you have to have that, then go to that. But I mean, in the last year or so, he's kind of moved into non-sports, but sports still pop up a lot on his channel. So if I did my math correct, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So guys, that is it. 10 names, under 10 minutes. That's probably a record for me. So hope you all enjoy the video. Hope you all please check out these guys' channels. I do believe that you will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. You got wrestling, you got sports cars, you got slabs, you got breaks, you got box breaks, pack breaks, you got historical things, you got Japan, you got America. It's a little bit of everything for everybody. So hope you all enjoy the video. And if you like sports, non-sports cards, you like wrestling, and you like physical media, Blu-rays, DVDs, VHS, then you come check me out if you want. If not, then still much love. Until next time, peace.